Eric, thanks so much for joining me today. Tell us about yourself and Forefront Advisor Network.
Hey, Chris, I'm excited to be here with you today. Forefront Advisor Network is a platform that we built for advisors in our industry to be able to help them scale and grow and to become who they wanted to become when they got into the industry. Because the reality of it is, a lot of advisors want to be in business for themselves, but not by themselves. And they want to be around like-minded professionals. They want to have access to phenomenal technology. I'm excited to be here today to just kind of share my journey with Wealthbox and how it's been pivotal to the growth of our network and how we deliver an amazing client experience to folks.
Tell us about that journey, the journey of Forefront Advisor Network and your journey to Wealthbox specifically with 20 team members using the platform. What would you say allowed you to ultimately choose Wealthbox?
So I've been using CRMs for a long time, and I have to say that Wealthbox is one of the most intuitive and straightforward CRMs that I've ever seen. It's technology that all the advisors in our network actually like to use. And so we ended up choosing Wealthbox, right? Even though it was a more significant investment from us, but what we've seen is that we've been able to 100x our business as a result of working with Wealthbox. So we've been using Wealthbox for 8+ years. It is central. It is the operational and growth hub for our entire network and our entire business.
And what kind of challenges did Forefront Advisor Network face before you actually made the switch to Wealthbox as your CRM?
Prior to Wealthbox, we were using a very popular CRM with a dog in their imagery and graphics. And I'm going to be honest with you, our adoption and utilization rate was probably below 40%. Folks didn't want to go in there and utilize a CRM. It was death by 1,000 clicks. You know, when I think about challenges with technology in general, one of the number one thing is adoption. And besides adoption, it's actually utilization, right? You can get people to adopt the system, but actually utilizing the system and utilizing it the correct way is one of the major challenges that Wealthbox helped us solve in what we were seeing with our advisors within our network. Adoption went up, utilization went up, and what we found is that advisors' businesses grew as a result of that.
And with over 8 years using Wealthbox to now over 20 of you on Wealthbox, can you share how Wealthbox has supported your team's scalability and positioned you for future AUM growth?
You know, it's pivotal. It's pivotal. And what I mean by that is that one of the issues that plagues all organizations and all financial advisors is communication. And the only way that you can communicate with folks and collaborate with them is to have a centralized place to do that. And the reality of it is that Wealthbox has been critical to that. It allows us to make sure that, you know, there's a recipe with our client journey. There's a recipe with our client onboarding. There's a recipe with our client reviews. All of this stuff has to be executed and it has to be documented and it has to be a system. And without Wealthbox, I don't think we would grow. I think we would contract.
How has Wealthbox assisted your team in the prospecting process? Have you seen improvements in client acquisition as a result of switching to Wealthbox as it pertains to the prospecting and tracking of those new clients?
One of the things that we found with Wealthbox that we love is the opportunity pipeline section of Wealthbox. It's a simple, clear way for us to track potential clients, where we are in the process, what potential, AUM we have, what potential revenue we have, what potential opportunities do we have to deliver value through the financial planning process. And Wealthbox has been paramount to that. You can really make Wealthbox the hub of all your tech, which has been critical to us growing our business and driving sales.
What would you say is your favorite part about Wealthbox? If you could choose one thing, what's your favorite thing?
Okay, I can't choose one, so I'm going to give you two. My first favorite feature is the ability to use dictation all across the platform. I actually find it easier for my style to be able to voice record and I don't have to go to 20 different screens. I can just put, the client's name and start recording and hit, whoever needs to get notified on my team, or just make a note to myself. The second most powerful feature that I love about Wealthbox, and this is a powerful one, is the ability to link an email to a task. Game changing, right? Because then you can basically connect the task and the email together, and I could go on with additional features.
So with over 20 of you using Wealthbox actively, if a financial firm of your size asked you for your feedback on Wealthbox as they decide on a CRM, what would you say?
Stop talking to everybody else right now. Just sign a deal already. I mean, it is very common that we get that request all the time. In fact, I would think over the last 4 years, I've probably talked to 15 different firms of my size or bigger that asked me about, migrating from, let's call it Redtail or from Salesforce. What I share with them is, listen, while these other CRMs, while they tout that they have a more powerful engine, the reality of it is you got to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars a year just hiring a person to be able to get it to do one thing or the other. Wealthbox has the same powerful engine of a Ferrari, but it has the ease of use of an iPhone.
Eric, thanks so much for talking to us here. Your insight into Wealthbox and how you're actually using it is eye-opening for myself, so thank you so much.
Chris, man, I really appreciate you having me on to talk about how we leverage Wealthbox at the Forefront Advisor Network. If you're an advisor and you're listening to this story, please do yourself a favor, do a demo on Wealthbox. I guarantee you that your future self is counting on you, because Wealthbox has been pivotal to our growth in everything that we do. And I thank you so much, Chris, and I will sign off.